I'm holding up a water bottle. Sean, is it recyclable or is it not?
Definitely recyclable.
Who agrees?
Yeah.
Who thinks it's not recyclable? Okay.
Wow.
Christina, did they all get it right?
Well, it's definitely recyclable, and it's probably the easiest thing in your basket. So great to start with something that's easy.
Oh, jeez.
Good going, Sean.
I was told not to study, so I would be fresh for this game.
Okay, so that one was easy. Let's see. I'm going to go next to this manila envelope lined with bubble wrap. Okay, I get this in the mail. I think, it's junk mail. It's paper on the outside. I'm going to put it in the paper recycling. Sean, is it recyclable or is it not?
I feel like you're trying to trick me. So what I feel like is you have to separate the paper from the plastic and put them in two different containers.
How many of you agree with that?
Wow.
Or don't agree with that? Christina, did Sean get it right or Sean get it wrong?
Sean got it right. So if you want to recycle those two items, you separate them because one is paper that can totally be recycled with your curbside recycling program, and the bubble wrap inside would be recyclable with plastic bags. So there is a program in New York City, any store over 15,000 square feet of retail space need to offer opportunities for customers to recycle plastic bags, and that bubble wrap would fall into that category. So it's not as convenient as just dropping it into a bin, a little bit of work involved, but it's totally recyclable, both of those. Thanks.
All right, our next item is this snack wrapper. It's one of those with a silver interior. So, you can get, this one happens to be of cheddar-flavored goldfish, baked, not fried. And, you can see this and you go, well, it kind of feels like plastic on the outside, but that thing on the inside, it kind of feels like metal. So, Sean, is this recyclable?
This is tricky. What is that material on the outside? That's plastic, right? So it's metal coated in plastic?
I don't claim to know.
I'm going to say that's not recyclable just because it's so bizarrely put together that it would be impossible to separate those two things.
Agree, audience? Okay, so that's overwhelming agreement. Christina, did they get it right?
Yeah, Sean got it right, and the audience did too. And I just wonder why they ever moved away from the paper packaging that they used to use for the goldfish. So, but this is definitely not recyclable.
Is it aluminum? What metal is that?
It's aluminum, but because it's also a lot of plastic in there, and it's a composite thing, and nobody really will go through this effort to separate them out to get them recycled.
Yeah.
Now, listeners, in case we get through our entire basket of I'm done with this, we could take a couple of questions for Christiné Datz-Romero from the Lower East Side Ecology Center of things that you might have at home or you come across that you wonder, is it recyclable or is it not? So if you have a question, that's all we're going to take on the phones, is a question about is something recyclable or is it not? 212-433-WNYC, 212-433-9692. All right, I'm now going to take the biggest item out of the basket of I'm done with this because it's blocking everything else. This is, I think you call it Melmac or resin bowl. It's kind of a fairly large white bowl that feels like plastic, knocks like plastic, but it doesn't have one of those recyclable numbers on it. People might put fruit in here or something like that on a dinner table or a coffee table. Sean, is it recyclable or is it not?
This one's tough. I feel like it counts as ceramics or something like that, so no. Will you throw out a jar or like a clay jar or something like that? Or something? No is the answer.
He's saying no. What are you saying, Green Space audience? You're saying no. Is that a no? How about if you think yes?
Ooh, that's evenly divided.
Yeah. I think more people agreed with you, but Christina, how about it?
Well, I actually called our recycling company here in New York City to find the answer because I wanted to give the right answer, and it's a no.
What is there a sort of a concept there in general? If you have hard plastic, but it doesn't have a recycling number on it, and I think we're only supposed to recycle numbers 1, 2, and 5 anyway. Are those the right numbers?
Well, the numbering system is a little bit flawed because not all plastic items have numbers on it, and then you start really guessing. And so what the city is trying to communicate is to say anything that's rigid plastic is recyclable. But of course, this is a rigid plastic and it's not. So there's always exceptions to the rule. But I think the numbers, for example, what's really more and more now in our shelves are these food pouches, like a lot of baby food, for example, is being sold in that. And that's a number 1 plastic, but because it is soft, it's actually not recyclable. So the numbers is a flawed concept. I think rigid materials, jars, bottles, that is really what you should look for.